Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Turtle WoW. I am going to try and do some Turtle WoW videos along with my Ascension WoW videos like I did the last time I played Turtle WoW. I came up with this decision because I figured, I want to broaden my viewership as I have gotten comments about wanting to play Turtle WoW, and I figure, I'm not gonna ignore these people. Obviously, I don't want to ignore these people. Um, so I figured like I'll do more Turtle WoW videos to see what happens. I am still lingering on the idea of making my own community through my following and stuff like that. And if people really want me to keep playing Turtle WoW and want to play with me and to actually get some of this stuff done that is within in this server, um, I'm more than happy to make one. I can make a guild, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need 10 signatures, which means 10 of my wonderful viewers slash subscribers to the channel can definitely help me out with that. Yeah. um,
Got the best deals anywhere.
I wanna do more of these kind of videos and stuff like that. I've noticed that World of Warcraft has become a big popular thing on my channel versus the indie games that I've been trying to push out, which is fine. It's not ideal and feels like it's gonna put me in a ditch that I don't want to be in. But if I can broaden it from just, from everything, I can do World of Warcraft constantly. That's fine, especially if you give me private servers that are exceptionally good within the community and whatnot. I used to be a big tester of private servers back in the day. So I'm very open-minded and an open-ended individual when it comes to the World of Warcraft private server community at large, Um, However, that does not mean that I'm not going to try and do other videos related to WoW, like Retail WoW. Classic Miss Pandaria is coming out, and I'm definitely going to be making videos about that in a format that I see fit. AKA, I'm going to try and do a roleplay story mode when it comes to Mist Classic, and I figure, that would be pretty fun for me. I don't know how it's going to be received, but it'll be fun for me. um, but it will be when I get there, and when we all cross that bridge. Um, as of right now, I am going to be.
Time is money, friend.
I will be doing what I can with what I got right now. And as I stand here, anyway, or as I sit here technically, because I am sitting down. This is the plan that I have right now, and I hope you all enjoy the ride, and all have a fun time. That's sort of where I'm at right now when it comes down to it, and I just want to have a community that I can have fun with, that I can game with, that we can have a community with that is not toxic but really generous, really nice, can help people. I want to foster a community in the private server and retail scene to be generous people, to be nice people. Having spats every now and then is fine, but I don't want, my community attacking random fucking people because they don't like me. I don't think that's very productive. But that's my stance on things, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as of right now, we're just slow and steady along for the ride, And as of this recording, I have 42 subscribers, so that's 42 people that could potentially make, if they end up playing, World of Warcraft or any of the private servers like Ascension or Turtle WoW now, I guess, we can definitely, be one big happy community.
Yo!
maybe even a family.
Glad I could
Yeah,
help.
big dreams, big dreams. But
What's up?
yeah, I will say that this video has been being done on for a Monday, so I hope everybody had a great weekend in that regard. Um, I don't know how long the weekend has been for everybody else, but to me, weekends are very, very short. They are exceptionally short. Um, so I hope everybody had a great one. Anyway, if it was long, I hope it was nice. If it was short, well, I hope it wasn't too terrible. Because I've had weekends where it was just terrible, just drawn out, blah, kind of deal. Um, but it is what it is. And I have thought about it long and hard, and I am thinking about doing what I did this week or this last week, and doing a bunch of
Talk to me. Hurry back.
streams on set days, maybe every other day. I haven't really honed down an idea on. I haven't really thought of a good
Got the best deals anywhere.
oh, what's the word I'm looking for? A good time, good streaming time.
Time is
You
money,
know,
friend.
I figure, I just do streams whenever I'm not tired or exhausted and whatnot, and willing to have fun. I had two, I think,
Yeah,
or
what do you
three. No, three. It could be three. Should be
Hurry
three.
back.
Streams last week, and they garnered a good many views.
Yo.
And I'm hoping that
Glad I could help. Hurry back.
more people can tune in and
Keep it real.
hang out and stick around, talk, communicate. I'm willing to communicate with my chat as often as I can. I know YouTube's not like Twitch at all, so communication is a bit delayed because, I don't know, OBS likes to give my streams a 5 to 7 second delay,
Hey, how
which
you
I think
doing?
is pretty dumb,
Keep it real. Time
Pretty
is money,
dumb.
friend.
but
Be good.
can only do so much, right? You can only do so much with what you've got. And yeah, it's just is what it is, right? But yeah, I'm thinking about if my plans did follow through this week here. There should be 2 videos that are being uploaded this week, per day. I have an Ascension series and I'm having this Turtle WoW series, because I have a community that is starting to become a little bit more, what's the word, opinionated when it comes down to it.
Keep it real.
I've had people in my comments saying that they want to see me play Turtle WoW more, and my viewers seem to lean on Ascension WoW, so I figure, why not? Maybe do both and see where it goes. So that's the idea, my friends. That is the idea for now, my friends. We are definitely going to try and do 2 videos per day.
Yo.
One for each server. And since I really don't do any editing of my
What do you
own,
want?
and it's all just 30-minute hack jobs, as I call them, hack
Glad
jobs.
I could help.
It would not take too much from me to do that. Until I either get an editor or become big enough to where I can afford one, I should say. I have to work with what I got.
Interesting.
Although I do know that I could probably do better and actually try hard to do it. At the same time, it's just one of those, I'm not positive or sure about it. Like, I want to learn eventually how to edit, but I don't think I'm gonna be good as the, any of the big name people when it comes down to, doing that kind of stuff. Not to discredit myself or anything, or put myself down. It's just that I never took the time to learn or figure that out to begin with. It's like being a big computer nerd, but not knowing how the computer actually works. That's sort of my deal right now. But it just is what it is, and all that fun stuff. Let's see. I need Murkras. For their still beating hearts to get my imp pet. I should have came up here earlier if I knew I was gonna have to go back down there. So yeah, that's sort of the story that's going on right now. I'm gonna try and do more streams per week. I'm gonna try to do more videos per day, just so that I could reach out to every little person that watches my channel or comes back to my channel to watch, but still is conflicted on whether or not to subscribe or not. I see that I'm getting a bunch of returning viewers, but they're not subscribing, which is fine, but I want to win you over. I want to give you content that is broad, that is expansive. I want to do streams that are hopefully going to be longer than 2 hours at a time, so that everybody can make it. I've been thinking about doing YouTube shorts, but I'm not really sure what to pertain in these YouTube shorts. If, people like to make, short story content or try to make clips from their streams and stuff like that. I don't exactly know how to do any of that. And I thought it would be a waste if I just used my shorts as promotional content. Like just to do a YouTube short about, hey, I'm gonna be streaming on this day. It feels kind of cheap and a bit corptocracy. A little bit of a corptocracy going on there. Just advertisement. So while I think about, what I should do with YouTube shorts, which I've noticed that YouTube really likes YouTube shorts more than their long form content stuff, which I find to be disheartening. Leave the short form stuff to Instagram and TikTok, not YouTube. But I admit, I do watch a lot of shorts too. Every day I tend to space out watching YouTube shorts because I don't like TikTok. I hate it. I don't think it's a good platform, and I think it's a pretty dumb platform. But I still use it, and I still watch stuff on it, so I can't really say too much. I would be a hypocrite. But it's just my point of view. Let's see, what else? Let's see, what else could I run down here? I'm probably gonna die to this Merlot. Thinking about it. Cause I don't think he runs away in fear. Oh, okay, never mind. I did do it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So these are plans that I have going. Anyway, aside from that, I guess I can talk about Turtle WoW and my history with Turtle WoW. So my history with Turtle WoW is pretty long and expansive. I played Turtle WoW way back in the day. When it first popped up on Radar back in the day. And I'm talking about joining this with only a community of like 13 to 20 people at a time. Very small community, and I watched it expand up to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 people. And it was comfortable. People were happy. People were comfortable. We were all vibing. We were all role-playing. That was the key thing. Role-playing. We all had fun. We all dug out little areas. And I've watched people dig out little areas for their little enclaves and all that fun stuff around. And it wasn't until a YouTuber decided to pop in. He was not a big YouTuber, but he was a pretty big one. And he popped into the scene and really exploded the server. And I mean exploded. It went from 80 to 100 people to suddenly 1,000 to like almost 1,000. And right now, Turtle Wow sits at roughly, I think, 10,000. Almost 10,000 people. This is Horde and Alliance both here. 7,275. And this is just on the American English servers. There are other servers too. There are, you know, Southeast Asian servers. There is a European server. Like, there is tons of people playing this. Playing on different layers, different servers. All centered around, you know, this one realm. And, you know, it is simply amazing that we've gotten to this point, you know. And I feel like that a lot of normies are playing with the realm. They're not role-playing. They're PvPing, they're doing, you know, raid content, but they're not sitting back and having fun or trying to role-play with the community. They're all just playing it like it's not a role-play realm that it was originally. And it kind of hurts a little bit knowing that, you know, being a role player on a role-playing private server and not being able to role-play, that's pretty rough. But, you know, I could also do something too. But at the same time, who's gonna really want to role-play with you out of the blue? You know, it just comes down to, I guess, the fantasy of what you want versus what's possible. But, you know, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try. You know, if I somehow manage to get a healthy following and a healthy amount of people playing this realm, maybe I can do my own little roleplay thing. I'll make a role-playing guild. I'll have all my viewers and subscribers in it. We can all sit back and roleplay while we do our content. You know, it could be a fun time, an easy time. You know, just to think about. It will be what it will be. But the focus on hand, aside from all that, we're just getting through this content. We're gonna get through the Goblin Zone. I will make up my own opinion about the Goblin Zone at the when we leave the starting zone here. And I'll give my opinions on everything, of course. And I'll give my opinions outside the zone and everything else. I will say this is my first time in the zone, so I really don't have a leveling route in mind for this place. At least not yet. I've noticed that there are some quests that tell me to go back here to this area after I did the quest that was up there. So it just puts into mind that I should have probably went to the town first to do my class stuff and collected all of those quests, because right now it's telling me to go pretty much everywhere. But those are mistakes to be made, and a remedy will be made if I make another goblin. If I make another goblin. I don't know if I will. It is definitely going to be in the mind of if I should. I do kind of feel regrettable that I chose a warlock. It's not that I hate warlock or anything like that. It's just that I realized how slow it's going to be. I just realized how slow it's going to be. At least until I get my pets. My Voidwalker especially. But, I'll work with it as I go. So, aside from all of that, this realm is really an RP PvE realm, right? That is the first and foremost design of the server. To be an RP PvE. So, my guild, if I ever make one for my community, like you guys, I'll definitely do that. RP, PvE. And I will make a cartel guild, I think. We'll call it like Chachi's Cartel, or nah, that's fucking blatantly stupid. It'll be some sort of cartel. Trade cartel. And with I at the helm as a trade princess, I guess, because it's a female goblin. I should have made a male goblin, but a trade princess instead. Um, we'll work out all that kind of stuff. Maybe we can make it big on Turtle WoW, become notable in that kind of regard, where we're one of the biggest RP communities within Turtle WoW that everybody can roleplay with and have fun with. You know, have a good time with. All that kind of fun stuff, all that fun jazz. And we can all just chill out, hang out, create characters and make stories. Do content, big content like raids and stuff like that, because you know that's one of the biggest things about the biggest lures about this pretty much the servers, because of the raids and stuff. They come out with custom content, custom raids, so might as well make good on that too, you know. I am disappointed though with Turtle WoW a little bit when it came to the goblin. The fact of the matter is that I can't be a priest. I think that's stupid. I don't know why they didn't make goblins priests. I'll be honest with you. And I'm a bit miffed about that. Because I have a retail goblin priest that I have a story set up just for something like this, but I can't be a priest, so I can't use it. So now I gotta come up with something new. So, Torta, yeah, is it Torta? If you ever run across this video, please make Goblin Priest. Because I really want it. I really want it. I want it. That's a bit weird, seeing a troll here. But that usually means now that I could probably go to Orgrimmar at any point in time, I guess. I don't necessarily need to be here. If a, you know, level 12 troll can just come here. Kinda weird, dog. Kinda weird, champ. I will try my best to find all the new custom zones and stuff on this realm. And try to figure out, you know, what I need to do to get to those zones. Like Gilneas, and I know there's a zone that's in Tirisfal Glades that's a whole leveling zone too for I think level 17 to 20 or something like that. And I don't know if there's any other zones that I'm missing because it's been such a long time. But I will be doing quests that just take me around, I guess. If it takes me up to that point, to those areas, I'll definitely do it. I do want to experience what I missed out. You know, I'm not gonna be sticking to what I know if I don't need to. If I can take, you know, shortcuts to go to these little other zone areas that they've added in for extra experience and stuff, I'll do it. Easy enough, simple enough. It's the idea. That's the idea. Ba 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 ba. Am I gonna get the last heart from this guy? Nope, not this guy. I do need to get the crawler meat too. I should do that. I don't know what kind of warlock I'm gonna be on this. I'm thinking Destro. Could be Destro. Or it could be Affliction. I like the idea of having instant thoughts, like instant corruption. I might just do a mix then, you know, an Inferno, Affliction, maybe. Same time though, Demonology is a tried and true. I'm pretty sure the talent system's all changed up for this realm. So, unless my community wants to add in the comments about what I should, you know, do. But I think that would be pretty pointless because I make all these videos all in one day and I post them out gradually, as I've said before. Every Monday video, I let people know that. I do these on Saturday and I post them out gradually. So that's it. That's an idea. That's the idea, you know. And I post live streams across the board. So, you know, eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I'll do a live stream on this character, for example, and it'll be on a Wednesday, right? It'll be on a Wednesday, and then the rest of the week you'll just see, you know, the continuation. Not the same continuation, but I mean the continuation from Wednesday's video. And it'll be a different level on that stream. I'll be like level, let's say for example by Wednesday my character will be like level, I don't know, 9. And then I'll do the stream later that day on this character and the character will be like level 11 in the stream. And then you'll just see the rest of the progression across the board. I know that's eventually going to happen. I know that will eventually happen. And it'll be a little jarring. But I do want to have separate characters for streams versus videos so that you guys don't feel confused about it. That's sort of where I'm leaning right now. Alright, we're drawing in close to the 30-minute mark, and I'm just trying to get as many quests done as possible. I do like speed leveling and feeling like a speedrunner doing this stuff, which is why Turtle WoW has been such an unknown thing for me. Like, it's a very slow leveling pace. There's lots of quests. They had to compensate by reducing experience gains just so that people can experience the full zone. The zone in full. And I hate the idea of, you know, ignoring what people want. But sometimes I need to make choices about that. And the slow pace does not feel up to par with what I'm trying to do. Which is to level as fast and get as much stuff done as possible within a 30-minute variable to do it. That's on the one hand. Now, on the other hand, I could and probably will continue to do this just because that's what people want. And if people want a slower paced video for 30 minutes where I barely do next to nothing other than killing things and trying to get the quest done as quick as possible in my regard, even if it doesn't feel like I've made much progress, I guess it is progress to some viewers. Any progress is progress, kind of deal. And in that case, I probably will just do that. You know, go at a mediocre pace where I try to get as much done, but because drop chances are just very shitty, to be blunt, it's very shitty. I will make that compromise. And the slow pace does, in fact, it is relaxing, but, you know, when you try to talk as fast as possible to get through topics as quick as possible for a 30-minute video, feels kind of bleh, trying to do it with something that is slow paced like this. But you know, and these are all going to be some stuff that I'm going to probably be talking about throughout the week. You know, I'm not going to sum it all in one video. I'll probably give my opinions about Turtle WoW and other types of things in the meantime and stuff like that. But you know, that will be for other videos. But for right now, this is the end of this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed what I just did, and I hope you know, feel free to join in and all that kind of stuff. Write me in-game messages and send out mail interests and stuff like that, saying that if I do make a guild, write you down as a reservation kind of deal. I will do that if I have the means to do that. But until next time, my friends, subscribe to the channel. We need to get this ball absolutely rolling. We're on 42. We need to make it up even further than that. Let's go further beyond. Do comment, you know, if there's any other servers that I should play aside from Turtle WoW and Ascension WoW. I'm sure there's a few good ones out there. I don't know if I'll do War Main, by the way. That one's shabby at best, especially with data leaks. Do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this content. And if you don't, any dislikes, I'm just going to probably ignore it. But until next time, my friends, peace out.